All right, I want to go to this. As Joy said, there are hopeful signs we will get sports in July. I am a little disappointed in the NBA. They're saying now if the NBA goes to a Game 7, it would be October 12th. So the NBA, unlike baseball, has never put its playoffs up against the NFL. Baseball has. Ask them how it works if the Yankees aren't in it. Not well. Because of budget shortfalls, because of our pandemic and economic situation, states are now passing legislation on gambling quickly. What does it mean? We gamble on football. We watch football more than we've ever watched it. Last year, the ratings went up, even as our television choices, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, are more fragmented. What does that mean? Football's getting bigger and more powerful than ever. We've got an Italian soccer league. They were a hot spot for the virus. They're starting here in a couple of weeks. Disney World's opening up. Vegas is opening up. This seems like the NBA was really concerned about the beginning of the NBA season and maybe not as concerned about the end date of the season. I'm a married guy, so I have to make choices with sports. I mean, my wife understands. I'm a sportscaster. I have to watch a lot of sports, but I want to remain married. And so there are times I have to make choices. Just to give you an idea, the NBA will be fine if LeBron and the Lakers make the finals. But what if it's Milwaukee and the Clippers, two teams that don't have a national brand? Kawhi Leonard's not even overly verbal. Giannis is, but we don't follow the Bucks nationally. This is the week of October 8th through the 12th. This is what, I'm not even going to count baseball. And the Dodgers and Yankees, two national brands, are favored to be in the postseason and win their division. I'm not even going to count that. These are the games that will be played October 8th through the 12th, which could be the NBA Finals. In college football, first of all, on Thursday, the 8th, Tom Brady goes and takes on the Chicago Bears. Then there's 5 huge college football games. LSU against the best Florida team in a decade, Auburn, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Michigan, Michigan State, Stanford, Notre Dame. In the NFL, it's rivalries. Eagles, Steelers, Giants, Cowboys, Vikings against Seattle, Chargers at the Saints on Monday Night Football. I'm going to have to make choices. And unless it's LeBron and the Lakers, I know my audience isn't going to gravitate. I mean, think about this. I love the NBA. We love the NBA. There'll be NBA Finals games that if LeBron's not in it, I may not lead my show with. The NBA paid a lot of attention to starting the league. I think they should have started it sooner and been more concerned about the end date of the league. Charles Barkley talked about this. Good luck going up against the monster known as the NFL and college football.
College football is king of the world. Pro football is King Kong. We ain't never going to compete with them.
Yeah.
We should start the NBA season around Christmas. So I think we should shorten the season to 75 or 70 games. Christmas should be the big day like we do every year. We have 5 games on Christmas Day. That would be a great way to start the NBA season. Why are we starting in the middle of college football season and pro football? I mean, it's just too much going on. We're trying to compete for dollars. And now, think about this now, Colin. It's going to be worse going forward trying to compete with those dollars of the NFL and college football.
Yeah. The good news is, and I just saw this on my phone, Adam Silver wants 22-team Orlando tournament, teams to play 8 regular season games, owners expected to okay the plan. So 22 teams, 8 regular season games, then they go into the playoffs. I wish them luck, but facing football with increased sports gambling all around the country is an avalanche you don't want to get in front of. So the NBA is going to play July 31st. It's 22 teams. It's complicated. They have an emergency destination. It feels a little gimmicky. They're trying to figure out what to do. Like if you're a 1 seed, like Milwaukee, and you worked hard to be a 1 seed, what advantages do you get now there's no home court? Here's some of the things they've talked about. The higher seeded team would be awarded the first possession of the second, third, and fourth quarters following the traditional jump ball. The higher-seeded team being allowed to designate one player to be able to be whistled for 7 fouls instead of 6. The higher-seeded team being able to transport their actual hardwood home court from their arena to Orlando. Oh, good hell. Okay. My head is on fire. Gimmicky, complicated. Don't complicate things for sports fans. Like you just got to keep things. We're simple. We're simple men here. Just first down and 10, third down and 1. You can't give too much. One person can save this season. One. LeBron James. You're going to go head to head with the NFL, college football, baseball playoffs. You got a gimmicky. And I have sympathy for the NBA. The pandemic hit in the middle of the season. I have sympathy for it. But when we talk about most valuable player, he's an executive. He's the face of the league. He's a coach on the floor. He engineers player moves. He's the best player. It's not just about 27 points and 8 assists for LeBron James. Like, this is the classic example. You can see leadership and value in crisis, right? Like, that's when you see it. You know, you can be a senator, a congressman, but when your state's in trouble, that's when you see if somebody's frankly capable or completely over their skis. Look at what the league is going through. A pandemic, 70% through their season. Very smart people. These are billionaire owners. And this is Adam Silver. You have the smartest executives, smart people. This thing is a complicated, flimsy, gimmicky. One thing here, they're saying the top seed should be able to pick their hotel rooms. That is a benefit of being a top team. Bring your floor in from Memphis. Oh, God. LeBron can save the season. LeBron plays well, gets to the finals, games on Wednesday. I'm watching. You know, it's just, and you're saying, Colin, are you saying he's the MVP because of TV ratings? What I'm saying is the burden on LeBron James, no other player faces it. No other player has to absolutely do an interview after every game. No other player has to do that. No other player is in conversations regularly with the GM on personnel moves. That's LeBron needs to be. His style of play dictates it. His greatness dictates it. He's like everybody. He's got his flaws. MJ had his flaws. Bird Magic had their flaws. But just the sense of valuable, you know, this is one of the things that I've said. It's funny. The people who vote on these awards, they don't read the words in the awards. It's not best stats, most triple doubles, coolest, newest stat line. It's most valuable player in the league. LeBron's been the most valuable player in the league for a decade. Now, Steph Curry deserves some votes. Don't get me wrong. Steph Curry is really valuable. And by the way, Steph Curry's value to me has been beyond basketball. His ability to be selfless. Why would we not count that invaluable? Selfless over selfish. You don't think that doesn't matter at all? Like it's a team game? Like Michael Jordan didn't win without Pippen, Phil Jackson? Like this idea that it's a stat line or a triple-double. No, it's not. Valuable comes in many forms. I've said this about quarterback play. Russell Wilson's talked about this. It took about year 3, the light goes on. You see the plays before they happen. You see the defense. You see the audible. You stop thinking at quarterback. It just comes naturally to you. I'm not going to count that. That's why I say today to win a football game, I still think for about one more year, I could choose Russell Wilson over Mahomes because I think Russell's better at the line of scrimmage today. Now, Mahomes may be more talented, but I think Russell pre-snap, because he's been in the league longer, could see things at this point Russell may not quite know yet because, you know, he's human. Tom Brady, it took him years and years. And then after the Atlanta Super Bowl, he talked to Jay Glazer, and he's like, you know, at this point, there's nothing I haven't seen. You can throw anything at me. I've seen every coverage. I've seen every blitz package. So I always think we forget the value. You know, I've said this about presidents. Presidents never get credit for the disaster they avoid. It's the same with LeBron. LeBron is so great, he doesn't get credit for the issues that would surface with a selfish player, with a less talented player, with a player that doesn't have his basketball IQ, his understanding of people and how he relates and distributes and elevates. You know, Kyrie Irving and him were great and had their issues, but it's really interesting to watch LeBron post Kyrie and Kyrie post LeBron. LeBron's kind of making it all work. If you look at the Lakers roster, it's a interesting, odd group of disparate parts. I mean, go the first team he had and today's team. It's like there's no same players. It's like Kyle Kuzma. It's just a new coach. It's new players. It's new assistants. And yet they're the number one seed in the West. He just makes everything work. It just, all the little things you could have go wrong, LeBron sort of cinches them up and they all fit in, and now they're great. Boom. The Clippers have a better roster, but they don't have the chemistry that the Lakers had. When this Lakers season started, almost all new players. The first thing Joy and I said was, got it, like 3 games in, you're like, it works. Like overnight. Like LeBron changed positions. It works. Is that not valuable? Like, I don't get the people voting on this stuff. What does valuable mean? It has to mean beyond stat line. Oh, everybody just stares at rebounds and points. God, LeBron goes, he's the only guy going to save this season. Otherwise, the World Series is going to beat the finals. College football is going to crush it. The NFL is going to destroy it. Golf tournaments may beat it. He'll save the season.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.